Sigma, Junkrat, and Zen have just been released in Overwatch Stadium, and to be honest, the spam's pretty painful, but Moira's got some great ways to deal with them. So let me show you just how that works. We're going to open with Chain Grasp, and also I get electrolytes in this, which gives me that 100 over health at the start of the round and every time you die. I find that that helps me go aggressive with Chain Grasp. Anyway, you're going to like this trick. Honestly, in this game, we just destroy the enemy team. You'll see what I mean. Right now, we're focused on Lucio because we assume the enemy team are all going to go up top. But only the Lucio did, and that put us in this awkward duel, which we really don't want to be in. Like Chain Grasp, we want multiple enemies, so pretty inefficient for the first fight. But you're going to see why Moira is so strong against Sigma comp soon. So Chain Grasp there, doing some damage, taking out the Junkrat. Fade back and get the Mega. Push again, saving the orb because we want the Chain Grasp effect, right? Look at the Juno. Did you look at that? She's taking damage through the shield. You might have guessed it. Chain Grasp, if you attack Sigma's shield, it will chain to targets behind. And that is an absolute game changer. Like playing against this comp. Because it means we can attack the Sigma shields. And we'd still hit Sigma and at least one other target behind them. So now just clean up with our ultimate ability here. Team taking back the point, and we heal up our Juno who got stuck in the Junkrat trap. Honestly, the amount of spam in stadiums kind of ruined it a bit, but I mean, we do spam with Moira as well. So Lucio is very aggressive. We fade so we don't get booped backwards. Sigma shield here. Again, we don't really have to worry about them. The only thing you have to be concerned about is that you don't get any lifesteal when you're attacking a Sigma shield. So if the Sigma is attacking you, then yeah, you've got to be careful of it. And oh my god, Chain Grasp in round 1 is just nuts. Like every 8 seconds or so that we get an orb, we're tripling Moira's grasp damage. Like if you just think about that, that's crazy. And yeah, we're attacking the Sigma through his barrier, takes a load of damage. Just pushing through aggressively onto the team. We got armor as well, by the way, and I like to always get armor because Moira's only a 225 health hero, and going up to 250, yeah, is almost essential. You need some health pool to use your sustain into. Junkrat taking down the Lucio on the point. And this first round's going quite quick. We've nearly got a second ultimate. I just attacked the shield because I can. So I should have probably faded that, but it's fine. We wanted to see if we could get the Juno down. Round 1 over 6k damage. And MVP, which is nice.
Let's have a look at our MVPs.
So round 2, we've basically gone for all the weapon power attack speed blues. We also kept electrolytes to give us their health. But we just want to put out as much right-click damage as we can. As Lucio is about to find out, that's quite a lot. So firing now over onto the back line to see if we can chain onto the Juno, who's now low health, through that same Chain Grasp. Quick cleanup for the team. Team's got the point, so we're just going to get a flank up top. Hear the Lucio jumping around, see the Junkrat. Try and bounce the orb off the corner, but it didn't quite bounce right. Junkrat sends us into the air. We're able to get some damage on him, but the Juno's healing. We're trying to get it. The orb goes around. We tried to rely on the Chain Grasp, but Junk wasn't in range, so we can get that damage either. And we get taken out. Fine. So teams slowly pushing into the point now. Sigma getting booped by the Lucio. As we join the party, we see a lot of critical health players, but we can fire heal orbs, by the way, with Chain Grasp. I just nearly always prefer damage. So we get the flank. Chain Grasp hitting that Lucio hard. Lucio's down. Fade the Sigma rock. Jump back. There's still a Juno as well that we've got to really take care of before we can deal with the Sigma efficiently. So we attack the Juno. Again, the weapon power attack speed going crazy. Quick heal over onto our Junkrat. Take down the tank. Fade the Ashe Dynamite. And take down the Ashe as well. Now on the Lucio, who doesn't get his beat off. Now we fade. Because we're expecting Junkrat to have a second bomb. But actually, he used one, I think, to jump up there. So he wouldn't have had a second. Chain Grasp through the shield a little bit there as well. He's now put pressure on the Juno and Ashe in spawn. Prevents her from going up and healing the tank. Which the tank had to back off into a corner. Gets taken down. quick round.
Here's our score.
4.7k damage. Lots of people always complain about Moira's like lack of healing, but when you can put out these damage numbers, you just offset the healing that the enemy team does. I took deconstruction in this round and a bunch of other weapon power items. I took weapon jammer because actually it really does deal a lot of damage. It's an item I haven't used that much, but it deals more damage than a lot of the equivalents. Now, deconstruction we barely use in this round. If I'm honest, I completely forgot about it. I forgot that I bought it, so if we do use it, it's accidental use. If I remembered about it, I would be priming my heal up. So we heal occasionally, right? Just with our left click grasp. But I'd be doing it a lot more just to get that effect, because I wanted to stack damage. And if, yeah, as I said, I forgot about it. So we're pretty much just running off of one power here, which is chain grasp and a ton of weapon power. Have to fade because the team's coming out of spawn there. Fade the Junkrat. We do want to try and get that flank in because the surprise damage of a damage orb and chain grasp on them. It's unfortunate there. Ashe misses a dynamite. We've got choices on who we can go for here. Fade so that Lucio doesn't just harass us there. So we take down the Ashe. Juno's not going to survive this either. It's taken down. Lucio's surely forced back into spawn here. Gets off one of the mini beats there, followed by the main beat by the looks of it. Fade the Sigma Rock, jump up behind them. Someone was coming out of spawn, so he opted to head not on that high ground anymore. Get damage out on the Sigma, who's got no healers. Juno gets taken down as well. That wasn't all our damage though. Junkrat's over on the point. And yeah. That's round 3 complete and the game. And I know what you're thinking, guys. Look, this was just a stomp. Right? Our team was just so much better. So I kind of agree, right? I mean, we did a lot in that game. We had like 15k damage. Like total 16k damage. Compare those stats to the rest of our team, right? It's obviously, we did a lot ourselves, but maybe it was just because the enemy team was bad. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to include another game. In the game that's coming up now, we're against an Overwatch League player, or a former Overwatch League player, and their duo. And the Overwatch League player is on Junkrat, and the duo is the Kiriko. So let's see how it goes against tougher opponents. So again, going for that armored vest. Go with weapon power. And electrolytes as well. Weapon power or attack speed. I mean, you can go either. I'm sort of, for that first item, I think they both do very little. But if I go weapon power, it's probably because I want a bit more healing. Like, heal over time. So, Junkrat forced into the room there. We've got the Kiriko on the flank. Teleports out. Still the Junkrat over there. Our team is capping the point. We haven't done too much at the start of this round. Just a bit of damage. Is that all about to change now that they're boxed in this little room? Chain Grasp will work wonders here as long as we can survive the spam. So it's damage against an Orisa this time. Not a Sigma, but that works basically the same. So we can attack the Orisa and it's going to chain to players behind that. Junkrat's spamming up the top left. It's a bit awkward. Another reason to get that health early. We get hit by one nade there. Just fade back. Take some cover behind the wall. Allow our health to regen or our mercy to heal us. A bit more damage again. Chain Grasp. Juno went so low. Does get actually taken down by our orb. Another Chain Grasp coming in. Yeah, look at the damage out onto the Kiriko. Chain Grasp is just fantastic. Like, the damage output that you can put out in round 1. As I said, 3 times the damage for like 3 seconds or something every time you fire an orb, which is every 8 seconds. That's wild. So we look for a little pressure flank. We can always fade out of this. We just want to fire the orb and then grasp somebody. Hope Chain Grasp puts a load of damage out on them. And then we can just fade back. Or Coalescence at the front. They're not going to get a touch on the point. So we're just trying to get as many tugs as possible. Get as rich as possible. And that's round 1-1. Didn't get MVP, but we did put out over 3k damage. So yeah, we've got some blue items here.
The armory
We opted
is
for wrist wraps and shield buster because we know we're going to be attacking armor a lot when we attack Orisa. So why not get that 15% attack speed when we attack her? So chain grasp. We can also chain grasp off the Junkrat traps, by the way, which is also quite fun. I believe in this round we also get a kill from it, so keep an eye out for that. Did just get wrecked by the Kiriko there though. Who, by the way, the Kiriko's not on the full clone build. I mean, this is only round 2 anyway, but they're on the swift step in any direction build, not the clone.
I've dealt with cynics.
Actually, they might be on double Suzu. Keep an eye out for it. Right, so enemy team's going to capture this midpoint. Junkrat spamming on the side. Attacking the trap. You see it chain grasp off of it. Just in case you didn't see it last time. Now they're all in that little room on the side, but I don't really want to go too close to that. I'm hoping there'd be someone next to the Juno there. Like a chain grasp too, but our health gets a bit low, so we need to retreat out a bit. Hoping we could tag someone there as well to use the chain grasp. Just trying to wait and react for the Orisa spear. She's just not using it. So instead we go through, attack the Juno. Got a Junkrat next to us. Ooh. Right, take them down. So now our team are on this back point. Ash gets taken down. We're going to secure that point quite easily. Make sure we take out the trap so my team doesn't get stuck. So now playing for the midpoint. Enemy team got the forward spawns, or at least some of them, so got to be wary of that. They're still in the spawn door, but now it's no longer a respawn. There's a little delay between when the doors kind of change. There we go, off of the trap. We kill the Junkrat through the chain grasp. Team's doing well. There's still a Kiriko behind. Running while she's on fire. We take her out as well. The enemy team may have time for a touch here, but it'll be close. That's why we want to push out forward. Again, see if we can use any of this. Junkrat tire is coming into play. Ash gets a little bit weak. We've got Coalescence. Take out the Juno. I'm not sure if it was before the end of the round, but hey, we still got a kill. Got MVP that round. 4.2k damage. Right, so going into round 3. Again, we've got wrist wraps, aftermarket firing pin. We've got the 2 top right blues, which are to do with, you know, either when you're healing an ally or attacking armor, get damage. And now we're considering the options here because we've got 6,500. So that means we can get the 5,500 item and a 1,000 item. Now it's, do we just go for more, do we go for electrolytes again, or weapon power or attack speed, the 1,000? And we opt to get the electrolytes. Then in terms of the second power, well, it's round 3 and they've got a Kiriko, so we want AoE damage. Multi-ball's awful if you're not applying debuffs and things, but if it just even touches the enemy Kiriko or players, the clone might end up healing rather than using its aimbot for damage. So chain grasp and multi-ball, the combo of it is just mass AoE, and that's a good counter against the Kiriko clone build. Of course, not if the Kiriko's got a godlike aim like this. Then they just shoot you in the face a couple of times and that's it. It also, I'm not sure if they've got the clone build at all. Because they may be on double Suzu and then the swift step in any direction. Because I haven't yet seen a clone. Which, if I knew that in advance, I wouldn't have gone for multi-ball. Probably would have got either Ethereal Excision or Cross Orbital. So just waiting here for the orb to come off cooldown so that we can again chain grasp. We're just forcing them back into the spawn. We don't have to commit to the kills here because we're moving the objective. The goal, remember, of any game is to win the objective game. Everything else is just kind of optional. Like these kills, fine. We're still moving the bot. They're not contesting it. So we're jumping up here again. Not really to get the kills. If it pressures them back into spawn, let's do it. Chase the Junkrat. Avoid the trap. Take him down and then take down the trap. Right, so now pushing up onto the bridge again. Chain grasp off of the Orisos. Forcing players. Look, they just have to keep going back to the spawn. They've made 0 meters objective progress. And they're barely ever contesting us from pushing it. 2 players back in spawn again. We rotate around to do the same thing, but someone looked like they were coming out the other door. And we take the victory. It's a very, very strong early game build. And by getting something like multi-ball later, it means that we can transition that into a full orb build. Like by round 5, or even now, we could add anti-heal and slowing orbs to it. Start stacking ability power, sell all the weapon power items. It gives us that flexibility, which is one of the reasons why I do still like Chain Grasp as an opener. Mercy going crazy in the play of the game. Right, anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that one. Like and subscribe.